Welcome back, brothers and sisters of Christ. My name is Brianna and I'm back with another video. For today's video is obey your parents. When I was growing up, this was a popular commandment that was often brought up by parents and just older people and people in the church. And when I was a kid, I completely understood. I always obeyed my parents. But when I became like a preteen, things began to change with me. One of the things that I noticed when you disobey your parents is things will not work out, or bad things will happen. For example, when I was a freshman in high school, I became obsessed with big hoop earrings because I had seen them on Basketball Wives, y'all. So I wanted me some. So I would try to get some when I was with my mom. My mom goes to the store with my mom, and she was not going as she should. Like, she felt it was too grown and it was just like too much, and it was. And that's why it's so important. Like, even though I was a teenager, it's so important. Like, the things we watch, as we see, that's how the enemy gets to our children. Because when you're young, when you're growing up, whether you're a kid, you're a teenager, even in your young adult years, the things that we see is what influence us. You know what I mean? Like, if you grow up in a certain environment, that is what influences you to be that way for the most part. And you know, the enemy is, you know, he all over the TVs and all that stuff. So they put stuff on TV, the stuff on TV that they know that's going to catch like children's and stuff attention. And we're going to want to follow after it. You know, rappers and all that type of stuff. And we like, you know, we start trying to be like these people. But, so anyway, when I got some money and was able to go to the store on my own while I was with my older sister, without my mom, I ended up buying me some big hoop earrings from West Seal. But I was only able to wear them a few times before they broke. And to be honest, I even felt like at that time, I felt like it was because I had disobeyed my mother, because I remember feeling so guilty after I bought the earrings. And I don't even know why I liked them. Like, they were uncomfortable. My ears used to be hurting because they were so big. And you know when you wear big earrings, like, they heavy. So they like drooping your ears down. So it'll hurt like when I wear them. And I had disobeyed my mom a lot and was disrespectful during my adolescent years. And I have a phenomenal mother with a sweet, pure heart. And I still get so sad when I think about that. Like, we never fell out or anything too crazy. But any disrespect to your parents is crazy. But my mother is literally my best friend. And when I bring these times up, she'd be like, oh, baby, I don't even think about that. Or I don't even remember. She don't even remember some of this stuff. And I'm like, well, good. Because I do. And I'm the type of person, like, I think back on stuff and I dwell on it. Like, oh, my goodness. Like, even if the person forgave me, they don't remember. I just be like, I can't believe I did that. But then fast forward to my adult years. As I mentioned before, in my drunker days, is when my father and our relationship began to take a turn. So one of my father's biggest concerns with me was that he did not want me drinking and driving. So me being young, dumb, and drunk, I did not want to hear that. Although he was right. I knew he was right. You know, I knew what it could lead to, but I didn't care. I'm ready to have some fun, drink and drive. You know, and he would tell me he don't want me to hurt myself. He don't want me to hurt anybody else. He don't want me to go to jail, get a DUI. And at that time, I just felt like he was being negative. I didn't want to hear it. I'm like, don't even put that type of energy in the air. But he was literally telling me the possibilities. These are things that could take place. He was letting me know, like, this is what could take place. And what could happen. But there have been times I would disrespect my father by, you know, talking back, you know, telling him, like, I'm grown, you know, you can't tell me what to do, and disobey him and disregarded everything he has said. And as adults, we are still to honor and obey our parents. And again, I have a great father. You know, he always has great advice. My parents are phenomenal. So, like, I have great parents. So it really eats me up sometimes when I think about some of these things I've said or done to hurt them. Even though I asked God for forgiveness so many times and they forgave me. They forgave me, my parents, and it's still guilt sometimes because of how good they are to my siblings and I. But anywho, my father was right. I ended up getting a DUI and went to jail, y'all. And I hadn't ever even been to jail before, which is good. I hadn't ever even been pulled over before, which is good. All I had was a seatbelt ticket for being a passenger princess. So I was appalled. I went from not being pulled over, no jail, none of that, straight to a DUI. I was devastated. Like, and he was like, I tried to tell you, but I was like, I was still mad because I felt like you done jinxed me. You done talked it up into the air. Child, I tell you, anything but accountability. We would take anything but accountability sometimes. But it was the consequences to my actions. And honestly, I am glad that that happened to me. I'm glad that everything happened. Because that's what I get. But I feel like the more you get away with stuff, the worse you become. You know, although I was still doing it. I'm not going to lie. I was just less reckless, more cautious. But I was still doing it. But that needed to have happened to me. But those are two examples that I could think of that I disobeyed my parents and it backfired. It didn't go well. And in both these situations, my parents meant me well. You know, and it's just so hard for us to stand there as children, as teens and young adults. We want to be grown so bad. You know, we just want our way. And we need to really listen to our parents and obey our parents, because for most of us, our parents are looking out for us. Our parents are trying to protect you. Somebody that do not care about you will let you do whatever, whenever, however. The people that care about you are the ones that are going to stop you because they don't want you to harm yourself. And that's the hard thing for us to grasp sometimes. Like, we always think like, you know, they're trying to be a party pooper. They're being negative, trying to get in our way. They're trying to ruin our fun. No. Think about it if it's your kids. If you know that your child is trying to do something that could harm them, are you going to let them go out and do it, or are you going to try to stop them? Like, I would want somebody to stop me. I am blessed that people care about me that much to stop me from digging my own grave. Baby, the people that will let you dig your own grave, they do not care about you. People should try to stop you. People should try to save you. That's what parents are for. And you ought to be blessed, because some people do not have that in their lives. Some people, parents do not care about them. So we have to stop being disobedient. We have to stop being disrespectful. We need to start honoring our parents. Whether you're a child, a teenager, preteen, grown, it don't matter, 50 years old. Especially if you got great parents that mean you good, that taken care of you, that protected you. Parents are our protectors. And it don't matter if you grown. This is still their job, responsibility if you got a good one. They don't ever stop loving you, ever stop caring about you. They don't ever stop protecting you, looking out for you. You have to understand where parents are coming from. And now that I'm a mother now, I really be looking like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be 10 times worse than my parents was. Because, child, the troubles in this world, it's just like, goodness gracious. And, you know, it's some things that we can't save our children from. But the things that we can, baby, best believe we coming through. We are coming through, and I'm thankful for my parents and the things that they've done for me, because if those things didn't take place, it's just no telling. You know, it's just no telling. But we got Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1 through 4. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may go well with you, and that you may enjoy long life on earth. Fathers, do not separate your children. Instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. So that word is spelled EXASPERATE, which means it's like to provoke or make angry. They never read this part of the scripture though, and I was wondering why it only mentioned the fathers and not the mothers, because we know that parents, not saying my parents, but just parents in general, can be like provoking to children. But when I looked it up, it was saying because the fathers, especially in biblical days, you know, they're the man of the household, so they are the ones that take lead and stuff. We got this word again that I just can't ever pronounce. It's COLOSSIANS. Chapter 3, verse 20 to 21. Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord. Fathers, do not embitter your children, or they will become discouraged. We got Matthew chapter 19, verse 19. Honor your father and mother, and love your neighbor as yourself. We got Leviticus chapter 19, verse 3. Each of you must respect your father and mother, and you must observe my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. We got Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. My grandmother on my mom's side used to always tell me this: if you don't obey your parents, you won't live a long life. And now I finally was able to find the scripture that she was referring to. That used to be having me terrified, and I still used to be doing it sometimes. But yes, so yeah, we got to obey our parents, y'all. Because nowadays, you know, we get a little too comfortable. Newer generations they then got too comfortable disrespecting their parents. And, you know, think about all the things that your parents have done for you. Think about where you would be if it wasn't for your parents. Like, for real. Like, our parents literally put in work for us to have a better life than what they had, if they, you know, or just in general, like, to make ends meet. Like, our parents, like, man, they do so much, and we need to honor them while they're here. Some people don't even have parents to honor on this earth, and that's another thing. If your parents are here, treat them with love and respect and kindness. You know, like, be there for them like they're there for us. But that's all that I have for today. If this word is not for you, it's for somebody else. Remember, I'm telling y'all this because I love y'all. God bless.